WhiskyTube Bourbon and a Baby. My name is Jay, and this is my top 5 Christmas whiskeys of 2019. The concept for this video was started by my Australian friend Andrew over at Prestige Liquids. Check out his YouTube channel. I will link that down below. And Andrew's concept was that Santa Claus is in Australia where it's really warm. He gets heat exhaustion, and now the responsibility for providing all of the whiskey for the Christmas party falls on my shoulders. So this is my list of my top 5 whiskeys in that situation. Andrew over at Prestige Liquids also issued a challenge aspect to his video, and one of the people he challenged to make a video like this was Anthony over at Dram Drinker. And I was intently watching Anthony's video with Max.
That's our top 5. I also was challenged to pick 2 more people to pass this challenge on to, which is a great idea by Andrew, to be honest. So I'm going to go for Neil at the Whiskey Trials. Good luck, fella. And I'm going to go for Jay at Bourbon and a Baby. Because I'm sure Christmas is an exciting time for him with little Max running around.
What did I miss?
So yeah, there's the challenge done.
He set out the challenge to me, so here is my response. So first up on my list for 2019 whiskeys for Christmas, so I'm imagining this, it's a Christmas party, whether it's a family get together or a Christmas party with friends. You're going to need a cheap, affordable whiskey to use as a mixer first and foremost. So for that, I am going to choose good old Jim Beam White Label. Super cheap, super good, goes great in whatever type of cocktail you're going to make. Whether you're just making a Beam and Cola or a Beam and Ginger Ale, or if you want to get a little bit more sophisticated and maybe make an old fashioned, this works great for that as well. Either way, if it's a great whiskey to have around for maybe not necessarily your drinkers that are super into whiskey, but they just want to throw it in as a mixer. So like I said, cheap, affordable, and still a really good whiskey to use, especially as a mixer. Alright, next up on my list, I figure if you're at this party, you're gonna want a nice easy drinker, a nice easy sipper. So I actually had 2 in mind for this one, so you get a bonus whiskey in my top 5 list. So for me, my easy sipper, my everyday sipper, my go-to is Russell's Reserve 10-year. Great whiskey to either drink neat or on the rocks. It's something I can just sit back on and enjoy all night. But I also wanted to throw out here an option of larceny. This is another really easy sipper. It's something that most people will be able to just sit back on and enjoy, like I said, either neat or on the rocks. So this is my easy sipper, either Russell's Reserve 10 or larceny. Okay, next up on my list is you're going to want a crowd pleaser. Something that if you have people that are really into whiskey at this party, this is something that's going to impress them. Something that you know, maybe not everybody's going to want to gravitate to, but those that are true whiskey aficionados are going to appreciate you for bringing. And so for that, I am going to bring Bookers to that party. Whatever expression of Bookers you might have handy, it's such a great drink. Coming in at barrel proof, you know, and that varies by release, but it's always so rich, so hot, so complex, and just so full of, you know, a lot of those, just like I said, rich characteristics that come with being a Booker's product. You can really taste the barrel influence. You can really taste that signature Jim Beam nuttiness. And like I said, they're usually really complex. And coming in at barrel proof, it's not going to be something that is for everybody. But like I said, it's going to be a crowd pleaser for those true whiskey aficionados that may be at your party. Alright, for the next whiskey on my list, I'm going to assume at this party you're going to have a nice hearty meal, a nice Christmas feast, right? So you're going to want to have an after dinner drink that's a little bit desserty, that complements that meal really well. So for that, I'm going to choose Angel's Envy Rye. I don't currently have a bottle, so I'm just going to make one appear here. Ooh, Christmas magic. So Angel's Envy Rye is, to me, like a thick maple syrup. It's like drinking a boozy, thick maple syrup. So for me, I think that's perfect for a dessert. You can, maybe have a Christmas cookie along with that. Angel's Envy Rye, it's going to go down really well. The only bad thing about that is that Angel's Envy Rye can be pretty expensive. So if you want maybe a similar option that's a little bit cheaper, I would point you to Basil Hayden's Caribbean Reserve Rye. It has a lot of those same characteristics. It's very maple syrupy. However, it's only 80 proof, so it's not quite as thick and as full-bodied as that Angel's Envy Rye is, but it does give off a lot of those same qualities. So those are two really good after-dinner drink options when it comes to whiskeys. All right, and my fifth, last but not least, Christmas whiskey of 2019 is going to be, I'm going to want something that really tastes like Christmas. So I'm going to want a rye, and I'm going to want a rye that really brings out those heavy baking spices, that heavy clove, that really just tastes like Christmas in a glass, right? So for that, I am going to pick a Midwinter Nights Dram. Now this is a bottle I don't currently have, so Christmas magic will make it appear. But if you can get this, it's a great holiday drink. Like I said, it tastes like Christmas in a glass. Highly recommend it. Okay, that's my list, but I'm going to give you one bonus Christmas whiskey because let's say it's Christmas Eve now. The little ones are in bed, but before they go to bed, they want to leave out cookies and milk for Santa, right? Well, in my household, Santa would prefer cookies. He's fine with those, but he would also prefer bourbon instead of milk. So my Santa pour, I'm going to suggest Noah's Mill. This is one of my personal favorite bourbons of all time. So I'm going to assume that Santa Claus is going to like it a lot as well. So I'll make sure that Max knows that Santa would like a nice glass of Noah's Mill and a couple of cookies to go along with it. Okay, thanks for watching my top 5 whiskeys of 2019. Now, I do want to challenge 2 other whiskey tubers to give us their list, their top 5 Christmas whiskeys of 2019. So I'm going to challenge my good friends, the Bourbon Buddies. So Bourbon Buddies, I officially challenge you to make your own Christmas list for 2019. I can't wait to see it. And I'm also going to challenge Scott from My Bourbon Journey. I know Scott is going to be able to put together an amazing Christmas list for 2019. All right, everybody, thanks a lot for watching. Merry Christmas.